So today I'm coming at you with one of those rare Thursday videos. I've actually never done a video on Thursday. I did want to bust out this video yesterday, but I actually had to bust out my philosophy video just because, a lot of people were requesting that. I did promise that, so I did bust that out yesterday if you are interested. But anyway, today I went over the Assassin. I'm going over the Assassin with you guys, who is hands down the best class in the game. Sorry if I spoiled anything. Big fucking whoop. You probably played against him. You probably already know. But anyway, my name is Dom, and this is the Wildlands tips for the Assassin. So really quick to start it off, I always like to go over the weapons, kind of the attachments, just what options does he have right off the bat. So he carries around the Vector, I think it's the Vector 45 ACP, I think, and it's suppressed, right, which is great. I think it might be one of the only suppressed primary weapons in the game, other than Pathfinder. I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head. But he also has the option for a shotgun. Personally, I really don't find ranges where a shotgun would be useful. I think a submachine gun is way more useful just because most of the ranges that I'm fighting people in are close to medium range. So I choose the submachine gun pretty much every time. Now he does have 2 frag grenades as well as 2 mines. Those mines are incredibly important. I'm sure you guys know why, for getting those revives. For hitting the enemy revives. What I mean by that. It's so useful, man. I think it's pretty straightforward how you play with the class. As you can see, my character, I really decked him out. I got rid of the outfit that comes with the class. I think it's like a black hoodie, and it has like that skull mask. I got rid of it. I put on this. I really like this. Fuck, what the hell is it called? That's pretty much what I put on every single class just because I really like that. It's so useful, man. This class has the passive ability so where you cannot get marked unless you're at close range. Unless someone's at close range, that's the only way they can mark you. You can run by scouts so easy. You can get to the back of the map pretty much easy as shit. And then your Vector is just, it shreds, man. It fucking annihilates, which I love about it. It's so useful, man. Now, a few things that you can take into account when playing. I think it's more important to focus on a certain play style with this character to understand what your opponents are thinking when they see you, rather than to actually dish out, how do you play with this character. It's more important to think about what the other team is thinking. And that can be easier said than done at times. But what I've found a lot of the time was I would run behind. It was very, very easy to get behind him, especially if you ran on a flank where there were no enemies at. So you could get right behind, kill the last person in the pack, plant a mine on their body. If they have a medic, they'll come and revive them, and then they'll just get on that mine again. They'll be blown up by the fucking mine. So you basically have that one man down. And what I did was I kind of camped at the back of their map a little bit and watched that revive, because people are probably going to try to be coming for it. All of a sudden the enemy team is going to be thinking, oh crap, there is a guy that flanked us. And they at this point don't know who you are exactly, unless they did scout you, mark you somehow, or the scout just looked at you and told the other team. It's so useful, man. The enemy team is going to know, hey, there's someone behind us, but there's also 3 other people in front of us or on the flanks, assuming that they haven't killed anybody by now. What I also love about the class is it's not like Pathfinder, where you are stuck into that rigid format of you have to flank, you have to camp, you have to play a certain way. With this character, you can go head to head, man. The Vector is so good of a weapon that you can go head to head with pretty much anyone else in the game. Not recommended because you're not using him to his full potential, but it still can happen. And that's what I love. You might want to stay away from the long range engagements, although I did 2-hit a sniper. I'll put up the game clip for that, but I did 2-hit a sniper from pretty good distance away. They were at half health because I think they just got revived. But I did 2-hit him, and it was like butter, right? It's so useful, man. When you're playing with the Assassin, your best friend are going to be, I love the scout class, the support class. I think it's the best in the game. You have got to have intel when you're playing with the Assassin. You have got to have teammates that are telling you where people are at. You're basically fucking useless if you can't assassinate people. You're the fucking assassin. You're supposed to be running around picking people off. If you can't do that, you're basically nullified. Yes, you have some tools on your own to go run around and basically do everything, but you do need those support classes just to make everything so much smoother for you. Honestly, when you are playing with the assassin and you're focusing on him, I don't think a tech class is really necessary. You don't really need to throw it down. You don't really need to get rid of those drones because, to be completely honest, your team is going to get a chance to move up once that assassin kills the last person in the pack. The other team's just going to be kind of, hopefully they fucking notice. They'll probably be like, oh crap, they just killed somebody. Let's turn our attention that way just for a moment. And then you have a chance to really, really push up with the rest of the team. It's so useful, man. It's just so difficult to counter the assassin. And that's part of the reason I see him as such a powerful tool right now. I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure the Sentinel SATCOM will mark him, I think. But even then, it's still hard to find him because he has the suppressed weapons, because he can't be marked except at close range. Even if he gets marked by that SATCOM, you kind of know where he's at. It's really not gonna do too much. If anything, it just throws people off, because I know whenever I see an assassin on the other team and I'm not an assassin, I'm like, oh shit, we have got trouble, right? I mean, you see that motherfucker coming? You saw that son bitch, right? Yeah, we're dead. He's just so difficult to counter, and that's why I love him, honestly. When I do my top, my ranking of worst classes to best classes, assassin is, at this point, I cannot see him being in any other spot than number 1. He is just so good. Is he good to the point where I think he needs a nerf? Maybe a little bit. I could see his vector being nerfed in damage rate a little bit, I think. Even though it really doesn't do much damage, it just has an insane fire rate, low recoil. I could see this class, if it has a lower health pool than everybody else, I could see this class being a little bit more balanced. As it stands right now, I think the class is very, very good. I don't think it's overpowered. I don't think anything in this game is overpowered. I just think that this guy is above the rest. The one that comes closest to him that I can think of off the top of my head is probably Sentinel. I am going over Medic on Saturday. But yeah, I mean, this guy's just cream of the crop, right? It's so useful, man. Yeah, I mean, seriously, the best two-man team up, at least, that I can think of for the Assassin is definitely going to be a Scout and Assassin. I think the Scout is just hands down one of the best classes in the game for support. Probably is. No, he's the best. He's the best fucking class for support. If you disagree with me, you're wrong. With the Scout, you're going to gain all that intel. Most of the time, if people are just camping down, then you know they're really not moving, and then that gives your Assassin perfect opportunity to run behind them. And the way that Scout drone works is, since it's up so long, if you don't take that fucker out quick, and even if you do take it out quick, the Assassin's still going to know where you're at from gunfire. I love it, man. He's too good. He's too fucking good, right? Because honestly, my first game that I started recording with him, I got 1,330 points, I believe. I think I went 10 kills, 3 deaths in that match. And I mean, that says it all right there. The second recording match, I went 885 or something like that. Just off the charts, good points and these were consistent. And that's the thing, man. I'm not sure if there's a successful counter. I don't think he's overpowered, but maybe there's not a good counter to him. Maybe we need somebody who has the ability. Maybe that's what they can bring in future classes, is someone who has the ability to mark assassins at that long range. Maybe the next scout class, maybe the next support class that they bring in will have that ability to mark the assassin. In turn, that would mean that he could mark the Pathfinder too, so I'm not sure if they could do that. But he does need something to counter him, because right now he can get in and he could fuck your entire team up within 60 seconds. And I think it's great. I think it's awesome. But if you do know how to play the game pretty consistently, or if you do know how to play the game well, then you'll know that when an assassin comes in and you notice that person on the map, then you can just go ahead and play a really, really defensive style. And you definitely want to be in a place with a lot of cover, because that assassin's going to see you way before you see them. And especially if they turn their auto mark off, oh man, you're not even going to know if they see you. That's the beauty of it, right? Unless you're sitting on top of a SATCOM or something, you're not even going to know. yeah, and there's really nothing else to counter it. But anyway, if you guys did enjoy the video, please leave me a like. If you are new, make sure you subscribe. And if you do have any thoughts, comments, opinions about the video, go ahead and drop them down in the comment section below. I'd love to have a discussion with you guys. But anyway, I will be coming out with the medic video on Saturday, and thank you guys for watching.